Advanced Residential Applications and Case Studies. Chapter 2, Advanced Residential Appraisal Concepts, page 24, Summary. This chapter concentrated on USPAP and pointed out aspects of USPAP requirements that become more important when you are appraising a complex property. First, we addressed the very real issues laid out in the competency rule. By the very fact that you are undertaking a complex assignment, it may be beyond your capabilities. That is for you and you alone to determine. Perhaps you may still be able to go forward with the assignment if you follow the specific dictates of the competency rule. Then we looked at all the steps in the problem identification process as outlined in Standards Rule 1-2. In each case, we discussed the implications that may occur because of the atypical nature of a complex property. We have to think through all these items when we are identifying the particular problems we are facing in this unusual assignment. Of course, the last step is to define the scope of work necessary to solve the problem. We studied the scope of work rule and addressed appraiser responsibilities and the acceptability of scope of work. We discussed the importance of communication with the client. Then, we participated in 4 case studies that illustrate how to plan a scope of work for a particular assignment and where to look for data sources. And now on to the chapter ending quiz. Click here if you'd like to open this chapter as a PDF. Now I'm good. Chapter 25, page 25, chapter 2 quiz. Quiz has a total of 15 questions. There will be 1 question per page. You must achieve 80% to pass this quiz. Start quiz. Number 1. Where does an appraiser typically obtain most of the information necessary for problem identification? A. Inspection of the property. B. Communication with the client. C. Review of a prior appraisal report. Or D. By attending continuing education courses. I'm going to go B. Communication with the client. Number 2. When an appraiser in appraising a property supposes something to be true which is actually known to be false, this is A. a hypothetical condition, B. an extraordinary assumption, C. a violation of USPAP, or D. a parenthetical exemption. I'm going A. a hypothetical condition. Number 3. An appraiser might overcome a lack of necessary knowledge or experience by A. seeking the assistance of another appraiser, B. discounting the appraisal fee, C. obtaining client permission to complete the assignment without obtaining the required knowledge and experience, or D. any of these. I'm going to go A. seeking the assistance of another appraiser. Number 4. When the appraiser believes something directly related to a specific assignment to be true, but there is some degree of uncertainty, he or she must employ A. a hypothetical condition, B. a known assignment parameter, C. an extraordinary assumption, or D. an emphatic unknown. I'm going C. an extraordinary assumption. Number 5. If the appraiser discovers that he or she lacks necessary knowledge or experience after having agreed to to perform the assignment, A, the appraiser is in violation of the competency rule. B, it is not necessary to notify the client if the assignment has already commenced. C, the appraiser must notify the client. Or D, the appraiser must turn down the assignment, but may charge a trip fee if the property has been examined. I'm going to go C, the appraiser must notify the client. Number 6, the appraiser's scope of work is acceptable when it meets or exceeds what his/her peers' actions would be in performing A, the same or similar assignment, B, a simpler assignment, C, a more complex assignment, or D, a complex assignment. I'm going to go A, the same or similar assignment. Number 7, the 5 basic rules of USPAP, which cover all appraisal and appraisal review assignments, include all the following except A, jurisdictional exemption rule, B, competency rule, C, confidentiality rule, or D, scope of work rule. Okay, now this one's going to be a challenge. Include all the following except. Confidentiality, scope of work, jurisdictional exception. The 5 basic rules of USPAP. I'm going to go jurisdictional exception rule. I'm probably 50% sure about that. I just feel like competency, confidentiality, and scope of work feel like some of the core concepts of USPAP. Number 8, an appraiser is engaged to value a single-family home for a mortgage refinance. When the appraiser arrives at the property, she realizes it is an operating restaurant. The appraiser contacts the client. What is the most likely outcome? A, the lender will ask the appraiser to value the property as a single-family residence using an extraordinary assumption. B, the lender will ask the appraiser to value the property as a single-family residence using a hypothetical condition. C, the assignment will be canceled. Or D, the lender will require the borrower to convert the property into a single-family home. I'm going to go C, the assignment will be canceled. That seems like the most likely. Number 9, what is the stated purpose of USPAP? A, to supplement Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac appraisal guidelines. C, promote and maintain public trust. C, provide a list of best practices for appraisers. Or D, ensure the appraisers obtain a certain number of continuing education hours per year. I'm going to go B, promote and maintain public trust. Number 10, assignment conditions include all of the following except A, assumptions, B, extraordinary assumptions, C, required photos, or D, jurisdictional exemptions. Okay, now this one's a tricky one. Assignment conditions. I'm going to go required photos. It just doesn't seem like it fits in that. Number 11, if the appraiser determines that he/she cannot complete an assignment competently, the appraiser must A, give it their best shot. B, indicate on the report that the results should not be fully trusted. C, do as much as they can do competently and turn in an incomplete report. Or D, withdraw from the assignment. I'm going to go D, withdraw from the assignment. Number 12, which statement is true regarding the pre-printed scope of work statement that appears on the Fannie Mae URAR report form? A, Fannie Mae does not permit an appraiser to do more than the pre-printed scope of work. B, the scope of work is the same in every mortgage lending appraisal. C, it is a minimum. Or D, an appraiser cannot add additional scope of work clarification. I'm going to go C, it is a minimum. Number 13, most definitions of market value require an appraiser to value the property A, with no unusual or atypical financing terms, B, based on financing terms equivalent to cash, C, with no unusual or atypical concessions, or D, all of these. I'm going to go all of these. That one's a tricky one. I might get that one wrong. Number 14. Which of the following is not one of the 5 basic rules found in USPAP? A, the scope of work rule. B, the competency rule. C, the communication rule. Or D, the record keeping rule. I'm going to go C, the communication rule. And lastly, number 15. Which statement is most likely true regarding a property that is sold with special low interest below market financing? A, its sale price and its market value should be the same. B, its sale price will probably be lower than its market value. C, its sale price will probably be higher than its market value. Or D, it is not legal to sell a property with special below market financing. I'm going to go C. Its sale price will probably be higher than its market value. Assessment completed, finished. You scored at 93.3%. Good job. So remember, number 1, where does an appraiser typically obtain most of the information necessary for problem identification? You said communication with the client, and that was correct. Number 2, when an appraiser, in appraising a property, supposes something to be true, which is actually known to be false, this is, you said, a hypothetical condition, and that is correct. Number 3, an appraiser might overcome a lack of necessary knowledge or experience by, you said, seeking the assistance of another appraiser, and that is correct. Number 4, when the appraiser believes something directly related to a specific assignment to be true, but there is some degree of uncertainty, he or she must employ, you said, an extraordinary assumption, and that was correct. Number 5, if the appraiser discovers that he or she lacks necessary knowledge or experience after having agreed to perform the assignment, you said, the appraiser must notify the client, and that was correct. Number 6, the appraiser's scope of work is acceptable when it meets or exceeds what his/her peers' actions would be in performing. You said the same or similar assignment, and that was correct. Number 7, the 5 basic rules of USPAP, which cover all appraisal and appraisal review assignments, including all of the following, except, you said, the jurisdictional exemption rule, and that was incorrect. The correct answer was the confidentiality rule. There is no confidentiality rule. It is a section of the ethics rule. I'll be damned. Number 8, an appraiser is engaged to value a single-family home for a mortgage refinance. When the appraiser arrives at the property, she realizes it is an operating restaurant. The appraiser contacts the client. What is the most likely outcome? You said the assignment will be canceled, and that was correct. Number 9. What is the stated purpose of USPAP? You said promote and maintain public trust, and that is correct. Number 10. Assignment conditions include all of the following except. You said required photos, and that was correct.